Today we're on the topic of mental health and veterans' well-being. Nearly 5 years ago, the Commander John Scott Hannon Veterans Mental Health Care Improvement Act was signed into law. I led the introduction of this legislation with the help and support of many of the veterans and advocates that are here today. I also would indicate that this was a piece of legislation that Senator Tester was hugely engaged in. The Commander Hannon Act directed better collaboration between the VA and the Department of Defense and made improvements to the VA's mental health workforce and directed cutting-edge precision health research. This landmark legislation also developed and authorized federal funding for the Staff Sergeant Parker Gordon Fox Suicide Prevention Grant Program, which focuses on bolstering community organizations providing non-clinical suicide prevention services to veterans. It was the goal of Congress and this committee specifically for the VA to work more seamlessly with veteran-serving community organizations to provide veterans life-saving clinical care and non-clinical support services they deserve. This morning we are here to discuss the non-clinical suicide prevention services and to hear directly what has worked well and what needs to be altered with the goal of reauthorizing this impactful program. We will hear from the VA to receive the department's perspective on implementation of this grant program. We'll also hear from advocates who represent grantee organizations for their perspectives and from veterans who have benefited from the program. Additionally, we will be receiving input from the VA and feedback from advocates on 4 bills, which include helping optimize prevention and engagement, the HOPE Act, which is my legislation, the Building Resources and Access for Veterans Mental Health Engagement, the BRAVE Act, sponsored by the Ranking Member Blumenthal, the bill to reauthorize and modify Staff Sergeant Parker Gordon Fox Suicide Prevention Grant Program, sponsored by Senator Bozeman and Warner, and Every State Counts for Vets Mental Health Act, sponsored by Senator Kramer and Senator Coons. With that, I yield to the Ranking Member, Senator Blumenthal, for his opening remarks.